This is going to be my review of Star Trek Discovery Episode 14, The War Without, The War Within. This is going to be having spoilers in it, so spoiler alert. I was really disappointed in this episode, to be honest with you. And it's because I was thinking about it last week, episode 13, past its prologue, was like a season finale the way they did it. And it didn't leave much to be expected from this week. Like, I expected it to be more like it was last week, again this week. But it was a bunch of relationships this week. Like the Admiral Cornwell's relationship, her relationship, Giorgio, but from the Mirror Universe. And I also felt like it was some sloppy writing in this episode, or lazy writing, or lousy writing, or something. Jeez, I don't know. So basically, the crew they get back to the supposed Prime Universe. The Admiral and some Andorians show up, and you think, oh wow, they're in a different universe, but no. They just are in our regular universe, and they don't know why the Discovery's there, so they pull out their guns, do a bunch of override crap, and the Admiral's all pissed off that Lorca died, and he was such a shithole of a man, so she shoots his box of cornflakes or something. I don't know. It was just a bunch of relationship wrap-up crap that really put me off this episode. I don't know how good next week's episode's going to be when this week's episode was so lame. It's like the writers keep changing their minds every 3 episodes. They write some things, then they change their mind. Then they write some things, then they change their mind. I mean, they started out with the tardigrade being a wild animal, and then he was tame, and then they needed him for stuff. Then they need Stamets for stuff. Then they don't need Stamets for stuff. And then they go to this stupid thing where they use the Genesis device, basically, to regenerate the spores. I mean, I thought they had to have the spores. Then the spores were going to die off and fix the canon. And now they've got the spores again. It doesn't make any sense what these writers are doing. They need to get better writers for Season 2. Please, guys, get better writers for Season 2. I don't know. Quit hiring these inexperienced young kids to write this crap. Give me a pen. I'll write some stuff for you. Come on. I just felt like this episode was jerking me off, jerking me around. I was glad to watch it, but I don't know. I hope they deliver something better next week. I hope they time travel and fix this. Why go through all this spore stuff? I mean, just throw the Genesis device on Kronos and blow up a Kronos planet. I mean, that's a better answer than what they're going to do. They're going to go to some caverns for what? I don't know. But it's just like, I guess not every episode can't be action-packed. So they had to do some relationship building. So they show every relationship in this show, basically. I don't know. I hope they're done with the relationship stuff, but I guess they might not be done. What did you think about this episode? I give this one, this is the worst one as far as I'm concerned. At least in the beginning, episode 2, 3, and 4, they sucked, but they had room to grow. This one doesn't have room to grow. It needs to wrap things up. Probably that's what happened. They made last week too climactic. That's what this was. This was anticlimactic. It was an anticlimactic episode because so much shit happened last week. I think that's what the problem is. They should have made last week's episode 2 episodes, probably. Well, I just wanted to do this review and put it out there and tell everybody that basically I was kind of disappointed in this episode. I think I was expecting too much. I began to look forward to this show. And now it's about to end, and I know I'm going to be left hanging. I was right about Ash Tyler Vok being a super Klingon hybrid. He's going to look like Ash Tyler, but be able to do Klingon stuff. Watch. Now, Burnham's still in love with him, and she's a wimpy girl, and then she's a real tough woman. Come on, make up your mind, but I guess they can't. They're going to go back and forth a little bit. Well, hopefully next week will be better than this week. This was the worst episode yet. I'm going to make a ranking of all these shows and find another way to put interesting content up. It's got to get better than this, trust me. This is Trek Genius. Live long and prosper. Make sure you subscribe and comment and all that stuff. Over and out.